Good morning, everybody. It's an exciting day. This building right behind me is going to get prepared to get lifted and moved out of here. And that's going to be kind of today's project. We're going to brace it all up so that the bottom walls can't pull out away from each other. We're going to run beams across the bottom of it. And then we're going to try and jack it up and get it on a haystack mover and then haul it out of here. So that is going to be a big first step for us out here. In order to lift this shed up off the ground, we used the skid steer and then placed a large bridge plank across the front edge of the garage. We also had two additional planks that we used for the middle and then the back, so you'll notice us adjusting those along the way, and that is just to enable the haystack mover to roll the shed onto the trailer without damaging the bottom of the shed because it's lifted up onto those planks. A big thank you to my neighbor Jerry, who provided the haystack mover, and he's the man in the tractor, and also to my dad who came over with his skid steer. Without the help of both of them, this never would have happened. This was a pretty common way to move smaller buildings several years ago, but the first time I had been around it, it's really a slick process, and I look forward to moving other buildings off of my property in the future. Alright guys, it's kind of been a busy morning here at the job site. We've got all of the footings dug today, and they are basically ready for the guys to come and pour concrete. In between that concrete pour, of course, we got to get all of our plumbing, a little bit of electrical work done, and then they can come back, pour the footings, let those sit for a little while, then form up the main slab. But I'll give you kind of a close-up of what it's looking like so far. The footings that we have on this particular house are going to be 24 inches wide, 24 inches deep, and we have them around the perimeter, and then one going through where the garage and the house meet. But I'll give you a closer look. So here you can see they got the foam along the whole perimeter there. Goes all the way around the perimeter of the house, and then this one right down the center here. This is where the garage and the house will meet. Yeah, not the most exciting thing, but it's a big step in the process. Here, it's hard to kind of tell, but this is where our front porch is going to be. They just did kind of a rough footing around the perimeter of this as well, and that's going to get poured separate. But yeah, exciting day for us at least. One less thing we got to do. So we had overhead lines from this pole that ran across to this one, and then to that far one out there. You can kind of see it in the background, and then there was one that went from that pole out to the south even further. We got all of those lines taken down. I got them stacked over here, and then eventually all of those poles are going to come out as well, which I think I mentioned in a previous video. But we're keeping power to our current house because we're going to be living in there for quite a while still. But as soon as we're ready to hook up power to the new house, all of these lines will be gone, and it'll be underground wire, and it'll be a transformer put over here by that propane tank. They staked that out yesterday. You can kind of see those stakes there. So that's where they will trench underground wire to our new transformer. That's where the power will be for our whole farm. This is one of the coolest processes I've seen in a long time. This crew was able to trench wire underground through a 1/4 mile of slough and water. As you can see on the tracks of this machine, the mud and cattails are all up above the track line, and it made it through no problem. They were able to trench the wire down a little over 4 feet deep, and now all of our power will be able to be underground, and we can get rid of those ugly overhead power lines. Stay tuned for the next video in which we are going to do all of our plumbing and concrete work. Thanks for watching, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.